Welcome everybody. I have a quick message of the day. I have a union and twin flame read, so let's get going. It's 4:51 on the clock, which is the Emperor and the King of Swords. Let's go ahead first and take a few deep breaths. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings. Hope you're having an amazing day, and thank you so much for joining me. Here is the message of the day. The underlying energy of the starfish. Did I not take pictures? I don't think I did. You have to forgive me for forgetting sometimes. My brain may not be fully functional since I got hit by a car, so please forgive me sometimes. All right, let's see here. Just 1 second, let me see if I have any on my other thing. Nope. Okay, so we're just going to wing it here. You do have the 7-card read in front of you, and I'll show the pics on my next read. I'll have to take them after this. They're actually on the device that I'm filming on. That's why I can't show them to you. I'm not sure that's going to work. Okay, so the message of the day was the underlying energy of the starfish, the coffin, the Page of Wands reversed, and the pathway. The Leo star dies of medicine or experimented on, a child with a breakthrough regarding the 5D connection, a doctor-patient relationship, embalming techniques, and the Page of Wands, where the tower hits, inspired with new information, rising in clarity, but still frustration, or losing that flicker as soon as it comes in. So that's like the inspiration and then it being fleeting. The journey to a gift of hitting the jackpot, where everything you've ever wanted, and there's change here and great fortune and community pathway lined with transformation. The raccoon with the mask, the loving man falling, perhaps embarrassing themselves in front of the lover, the horse cutting out the crap with the Empress, and the unexpected income drops in her lap. The cheetah, abundant, perhaps ghosted an official person, and the raccoon is sad. The horse is aware, and the cheetah is magnetized by them. The loving man sifting through abundant flow, the fish in the water, always more in the sea. Foolish behavior in falling for the Empress and ghosting them. So it's thinking back of, regrets and things like that. So lovers with unexpected income, now official person. The fish, the bat, the golden egg, needing to slow down and go under the bat's wing to build a nest egg. The power man star under the microscope, recovering from the truth of the emperor and courtship with concern about the privileged lady. The fish out of water and the power man recovering in courtship. Batman suddenly healing in the truth of their father, but with their father's concern. Heart chakra needs examination. Perhaps someone needs a checkup, and regarding with the emperor and the privileged lady. And that could also be the connection of the heart chakra between the twins. So that was just some quick energies that were coming up from the cards. So let's go into the union read here. All right. So this was done yesterday. Today's the 15th of September. Yesterday at 3:43 in the afternoon. 3 is the Empress, 43 is the Three of Cups coming together. The 4D, 5D, 6D union. 6D is where we manifest instantly, and then it trickles down into the 4D. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the underlying energy, the 5 of Pentacles in the middle of the read, and the higher self as the closing card here. The family and being apart in exile from higher self, or the need to choose self or family, or excluded from heaven on earth by higher self, which is each other when you're dealing with twins, and reading records or the riot act. The incoming divine feminine is the 10 of Wands, the Wheel, and the Ace of Pentacles. Dark to light with flame in hand, cleaning out the basement or no longer sleeping down there or in the servants' quarters, graduating to upstairs in the family hierarchy, destined to a breakthrough, a new life and crystal light, peach and Mary Magdalene buttercup yellow, working really hard to be able to make this offer, destined to break through rock, a stone breaking plant, someone who busts balls here. The 4D here is transition, the 5 of Swords, and the Chariot. The divine feminine through the portal of death, endings, transition, and lenses, or lens, the divine masculine with all senses on board in a bold move to move, travel, or ascend, bridged by the faceless juggler, the faceless heart-shaped juggler, or the jugular, of the Emerald Order, in the mists of Avalon with 2 saved for later. Atop Mount Everest, or the Eagle's Nest, the war within of loss of self, in death and ascension, the transformation begins. Let the games begin. On your marks. The 5D is the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Star Seed. The divine feminine with celebration, service or service for 9, service to others, or happy with self with 6 rays of Mary Magdalene Dharma, or the mission statement. The divine masculine starseed getting a big download to the crown in lush jungle land, or lots of fur, or fern. Seed planted for stone-breaking plant, bridging in the Mary Magdalene cave above the crowd to fit the crystal puzzle pieces together. In the 6D is the abundance card of the Empress, the 10 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands, the twin flames. The divine feminine mother with open arms, in the plasma ethers, happily carrying the divine masculine on her shoulders. The divine masculine twin flame and or the twin path manifesting remote view of the world, and the eyes and hour of Laura and Mars, bridging in bliss the twin flames and the mother lode or ship. The divine feminine in transition through the mother's perspective, the 4D death, dark night, or 5D service for others, and satisfaction with self, and carrying the weight of the divine masculine, or abundance, which can be a butt dance, shaking the booty to get it off, standing to get, it's like to get it off, standing in for Atlas. So this, like it's the energy of like, Hercules coming in to stand in for Atlas. And then coming up was, at last, my love has come along, all right? So ending pain for good here. The divine masculine traveling far and wide to find just the right spot in the tropics or northern lights, manifesting the twin in the 6D with downloads from higher self. Who could it be? It's just me. I don't know if you know that show. What is the name of the show? Looking on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? It's just me. I don't know, but if you remember the name of the show, let me know. I'm just blanking out. All right, but that was coming up. So we have the bridge here at 420, which is the Emperor and the Judgment. The bridge is the frog becoming the prince, in exile from the group, taking a higher perspective. The bliss perspective of mothering from the divine feminine and protection from the divine masculine. The outgoing divine masculine is the 5 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and the indigo. the 2 chalices set up at the creek or pond, of course, with pond stones, a few glasses floating, and beautiful white material or blanket put out, coming in with good news and commanding it that it is so, staking their ground in a bold move to enter the V portal, with a firm grip on flame or torches handler, the indigo with big diamond or crystal offering to the higher self, and our children helping to set up a surprise. The divine feminine with Libra, Scorpio, and Taurus on their side, and no court cards, and the divine masculine with Cancer, Aries, Gemini, or Virgo, and Pisces on their side, and again, no court cards. And between the masculine and feminine is nothing but high white places, mist, ice, pearl, and or confetti, and beautiful thoughts and wishes, and few words. So her 10 of Wands to his 5 of Cups, her destiny with atom and 3 planes of existence, with the electrons all around the world sealing off the exits, while he organizes the forces of goodwill to lead the way without resistance, but with allowances. She with the Ace of Pentacles stone-breaking plant, and he with the result of that to offer her, which is the polished stone. Her diamond in the rough is now all polished up by him. His family in a lucrative past as she recites their future act. The number that comes up here is 63, which is actually the 9 of Swords, which is normally the suffering and silence, but in this deck it's very much about going underground, and the Underground Railroad was coming up here. So we have the 63 of the 9 of Swords. The horizontal pillars were coming up as 22, 14, and 27, which is the Fool, the Temperance card, and the Higher Love, and the Ace of Wands. The verticals were 20 of Judgment, 0 of Source, 1 of the Magician, 9 the Hermit, 20 again of Judgment, 2 of the High Priestess, 5 of the Hierophant, and 6 of the Lovers, and 0 of Source again. So there's Source two times, and there's Judgment 2 times here. So the messages were coming up as the Fool free to leap with an open heart, to patient angel of a higher love inspired to hide out. Perhaps suffering in silence, or dealing with sister, or Underground Railroad, which is funny because I did this yesterday, but I just texted my sister before I did this. So being sourced, suffering in silence, or Underground Railroad, or being railroaded, being sourced a new hideout. Also is coming up a first decision that starts with Source and the Sun, the second decision with 2 knowing Source. Judgment of sourcing, the Magic Hermit, and judgment of Psychic Hero Lovers sourced. And then I was getting being sourced for a new hideout with Spanky and the gang, but it's with Darla's connections. It was really cute the way it was coming up. And the long and the short of it was also coming up. And bigs and littles were coming up yesterday. So there's very much about that polarized energy coming up, but in a good way. So we have at 501 genes were coming up. So 501 genes, Levi Strauss. And then the train station and the phone booth were coming up, because there used to be a jeans store near our train station, you know, which is when we were first into jeans way back when, you know, we're talking 50 years ago. So, but Levi's, you know, was a big deal back then. And from the train station when I was in junior high school, there was this guy who used to call the phone booth at the junior high to try to get young girls, you know, to come and have sex with him. So there's some of that energy coming up here. So the 501 genes with Levi Strauss, and plus my great-grandfather knew Levi Strauss because he invented the flap for the Levi zipper when they were coal mining out in California. So we have 501, which is the Hierophant and the 1 of the Magician. And then at 508, the S came up again, the S of Sophia, the 5 of the Hierophant, the 8 of the Dance, the manifestation of dreams. And then I was getting the Field of Dreams again. And then 520, I finished clarifying, which is the Hierophant and Judgment, which was coming up a lot from the Union read. So we have major arcana in this read in front of you, the 7-deck read, the Moon, Strength card, the Chariot, and the Higher Self, with the solar deity or the Sun after the read. 1 sword, 3 wands, 1 pentacle, and 2 cups. The King of Swords, King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. And then the King of Pentacles came up after the read, and the 9 of Wands, or the Wounded Warrior, is also in the read. We have double 3s and 10s, which is the 33 of the Christ vibration, and the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself, and the 10-10 of that high vibration as a reminder to keep it high. 9-10, begin again, as well as the 6 of the Lovers, we're significant here, the 36 of the Atlas energy, the weight of the world, the 6-10 of 0 behind 61, which is the risk card, right? What you see as the liar, cheat, or thief card, which is really about risk. And we have 3-10 of 0 behind the 31, which is the expansion card of the 5 of Wands. And also 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, and 89 of Phi, expanding and contracting, or staying in the middle, reflecting. And we also have, yeah, that's pretty much it. The code line was all about karmic completion and the number 3, which is a good luck number. It's also the Empress and abundance and Gaia and coming together, siblings, all of that kind of energy, the happy-go-lucky person with karmic completion. And the different messages were coming up regarding southeast and northeast. Southeast with the King of Wands and Sophia, northeast. So again, the polarizations, but they're both east here. We just have the north and south polarizations. The see with your eyes, see with your emotions and the ocean, see with the letter C, the Christ consciousness, which is the unity consciousness, and taking the high road to E, which has been referenced to as the divine feminine. The King of Wands is Sophia. Any or a knee of karmic completion coming up, referenced here. Like they'll take any karmic completion here. Southeast to northeast, taking the high road with the ES, which is the S of Sophia and the feminine and the master of flames. 3 go southeast to master drama. From south to northeast, all along the coast, or coasting. C3 masters. The King of Wands is ski, or take anger out on the sloping snow. Also Sophia E, the high road, E, the King of Wands masters, safety and security, E. The Christ, that's E too. Christ, that's E too. And then we have the sudden event taking the high road with E, the King of Wands sudden event north, or Christ-like, or Christmassy. Also the name Seth coming up, remastering of the Florida mess, northeast, or of terrifying lashing, whipping, skinning, or saying, and fled northeast. Or they may have hurt their knee as well, because the knee is coming up. So Florida's coming up, but FLA also means to say, or to flay, or to cause to fly, frighten, scare, or terrify, to skin, lash, or whip. And then again, Seth, regarding the King of Wands, is angle, that's not right, and karmic completion. So the King of Swords is reversed as the first underlying energy with the 7 of Cups beneath it. I only have one card here. Dumping emotional attachments, or no longer confused. Selecting the 1. The King of Swords reversed, sharing or selling out at the workplace to stand up and be counted. The patient angel and the judge, or Gabriel brings justice, divorce, or higher love of Libra. Or Saggy Libra coming downstairs to take tickets for the show and clean up afterwards, or be the bouncer. And this could just be at home for the kids. Perhaps critics are arriving, or big timer person showing up and wanting to make sure that everything is perfect. You know, it could be like getting in a restaurant, you know, having a critic show up at the restaurant. But sure, this is someone who's doing it all, wanting to make sure everything's perfect, but not sure why that's his responsibility. Justice receiving the Ace of Pentacles, payment, perhaps for bliss, or to make it go away. Or Libra or Judge was paid off before judgment or announcement or wake-up call came out. Or round 1 with X in settling out a gambling debt perhaps. Or settling on the 1 and getting rid of the rest or excess. In slouchy boots, or likes reenactments with beggar girls begging, and they get to play the savior. Mary Magdalene or Buttercup Yellow and rose pink blankets, or material, or their material girls up in arms in all-out battle of wills to get him to give in, or acting in West Side Story or Godspell, or Flash Mob, or At the Soup Kitchen, or The Soup Nazi, or All Must Go in a Bridezilla horror show. At 6:06, or The Worst Is Over between Libra and Aquarius, there's a confirmation, and Libra receiving a payment or final judgment call that starts a fight or games begin or end, so that's all confirmed. Or lost a bet and Charlie Brown feels like a blockhead with double or nothing. Openly suffering in silence or dealing with a sister and not amused or aroused, dropping the facade or the act or breaking patterns or sister act with the King of Cups reversed. Recovery from a game, perhaps referee made a bad call or didn't clean the place first with bugs in the curtains and noise upstairs. Is this the happiness hotel in the Muppet movie? Or the King of Cups reversed just depressed and hasn't been cleaning their house because they're recovering from a long day of juggling or on their feet with injuries. Very soon comes up, and beneath it, stay optimistic, as the moon is reflecting flirtation device, fiery female showing off their muscles or strength as man undresses her with their eyes or their intention, if not literally. The moody sage or drinker or potion maker with wings, all dolled up with no one to see them, or their new boobs, but the Knight of Wands reversed, the player is coming forth. Cancer upright, or that could be the player that's falling short. The Cancer upright, Libra reversed, and then Sag both upright and reversed here, or Sag female who's out to be rescued from herself, or drinker with Libra Sag player who's indiscriminate, who takes all ages, or Saggy female who's been spiking his drink or casting spells on him to follow her orders, or Libra women all falling short except patient angel in peach with nice feet, toes, or ankles, unrivaled actually, or player forcing Sag upright and Libra reversed to compete for him or her, or one's too hot to handle and the other is just right. Perhaps the older one doesn't look so bad now, or daughters giving them the run for their money. Financial discipline with number 48, and completion with number 9, which is the Hermit, the 48's walking away and within. And then the High Priestess powerless to suffering in silence or sister, or hiding or skinned alive with synchronicities, choices, confusion of the Emperor, with the Ten of Cups family or emotional fulfillment, or the Sham fam, tripping up or dropping the facade and breaking patterns, perhaps finding a lot of happiness in doing that. The Emperor's board of the ladies who lunch, or hippies on the front lawn getting high with the cat, doing needlework and getting the cat to do tricks. Busy bees swarming around, or harvesting honey and silkworms for white and navy with gold material perhaps. Giving up the daily grind, or those who don't contribute, with Pisces and Aries upright here, and the underlying energy just being the Ace of Pentacles, the Pentagon, or the offer of a new life. Going forward after this read is the energy of driving, and perhaps hit the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the blind fool who's satisfied, the Knight of Pentacles feeling guilty implementing a plan to shake up a marriage with the King of Cups reversed with no peace or no peaceful place to go. And at 6:39, the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. No more juggling, the King of Swords reversed, dumping emotional attachments to the King of Cups reversed, or perhaps to their own conditions on love, and the Knight of Wands reversed, who may be falling short to be more financially disciplined, with the 48 walking away and within. The recent past here is the Moon, or Luna, upright, working nights to offer healing or star, or working for a star or big name, announcing, making calls, or waking up the dead, or alarm clock for dependents who are blissfully powerless. The Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, perhaps Scorpio, or the Queen of Cups reversed in the dark night, or dealing with death or transition, through release from the Emperor reversed, who may be out of control and detoxing, perhaps with good news and leading from or along with the loving kids or the soulmate, with a show or a workplace inviting or for a death, an end, a dark night, or Scorpio, with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community with some kind of loss and or dysfunction. The foundation here is the Six of Pentacles upright, the balancing, sharing in the sun with kids and pets in Leo or on vacation, with the Ten of Cups reversed, unhappy family, or ending to an emotional cycle that's way overdue, of the King of Swords reversed, dumping a load, burden, or responsibility that may cause a big fight over the King of Swords reversed, or playing sports to take a load off. The central energy is the Ten of Wands reversed, taking a load off or confessing, coming back down to the basement or dungeon, or perhaps they lost some ground. The Knight of Wands reversed and the Page of Cups reversed, maybe uncomfortable, releasing the Queen of Cups reversed, and these could be the children and the mother, or Scorpio, maybe uncomfortable, releasing to death or ending, and released from prison with the Emperor reversed, who's detoxing. Perhaps at rest, on break, or someone laid to rest, perhaps a positive after a lot of suffering and silence. And the challenge being the King of Wands reversed, with the Page of Swords stepping up to the plate with a message to bring about the past, or looking past, or no gift, or not gifted, needing courage to implement a plan. The King of Pentacles reversed with some karma to get past. And that could be something that needs to get past, some kind of approval there. The Queen of Swords reversed, tying or lying, cheating or stealing, or running from him. There's no peace and not telling in a heated exchange. The patient angel receiving the messenger of truth, or lots of deliveries from the Ten of Cups reversed, emotional shopping, or unhappy family or customers. Out of options with the King of Wands reversed, recovery. With the Queen of Swords reversed, wounded warrior, pissed off at the King of Pentacles reversed, who's not talking, and being Scroogey, with dependent spending or powerless to losses, and the Magician manifesting big time. Or Michael Jackson and Richard Simmons on steroids, or made a big discovery about DNA. And now is the Nine of Wands upright, the wounded warrior divorced at home, or planning a spiritual celebration, knowing and staying clear when feeling ungrounded. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, a big new love, the Holy Grail, with the King of Pentacles reversed, ungrounded too. Here's the King and Queen of Pentacles, both ungrounded, but lighting the torch in remembrance of standing up to the crowd, or breaking patterns here. Perhaps lighting a menorah for no reason at all, just because. No meal, and needing to use their intuition, or a secret passion that's satisfying, with the Tower implementing a plan for bliss, going crazy, and coming out about rebalancing by magic if necessary. The evil Empress, or perhaps using her feminine wiles inappropriately, manifesting and spending on the family, or making a big purchase for the home at 707, to connect with past soulmate in need of help, or was uninvited. And then I'm getting City of Angels again. So at 708 is the Queen of Cups reversed, the Chariot and the Dance, the Strength of the Eight, the manifestation of dreams. The Queen of Cups is reversed as a whistle comes out, leaning on the truth, exposing all, while the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands upright, the Pentacles is reversed, Page of Wands is upright, and then the King of Wands reversed, all in a row, offering time, money, and effort, or a new life to the journey, to the Fool, to see if they're free to leap away from the 5D divine feminine world and social distancing, to come away with them. Or mother connecting with children, the Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Swords reversed, the Page of Swords may be the Page of Wands, with the King of Wands reversed, who could be a Leo, putting an offer in or wanting to join the journey. With the Queen of Cups reversed, the divine feminine in the 5D or Pisces reversed, who perhaps can't come. Soon here is the Strength card reversed, needing it to implement a plan to tell the whole truth to Cancer, or at night or the full moon, and the Page of Swords stepping it up without option. Perhaps the other option has been taken away from them. With the Page of Cups reversed, perhaps a rejection, and the Knight of Wands reversed, perhaps falling short or a player, or offer was rejected, or they're just too late, as the Page of Swords or message needs courage in investing in the whole truth. With Libra and Leo both reversed, 2 Cancer upright, or she that is the moon, and not let them leave until they say everything they have come to say. Their last option after the Page of Cups reversed, or the rejection, and the Knight of Wands reversed, who may have played them, and the twin flames seeing themselves as the Chariots upright, grounding, integrating, and receiving of love from the Hanging Man, which is the Jesus and Mary Magdalene template. The lovers receiving the messenger of truth, or perhaps delivery, from the Knight of Swords upright, and the Knight of Cups reversed, who may be jealous, or also feeling rejected, or being insincere, and the Empress is upright here. Or that can be a mother with mixed feelings about these two knights, which can be their children with a boyfriend or girlfriend, perhaps, that they're not sure about. So trust comes up here, love yourself first, deception, and it is safe to love. Cancer's upright, Capricorn or Pisces upright, Gemini or Twins is upright, and Taurus upright here. Or the Knight of Swords upright and the Knight of Cups reversed, lovers are hanging out with a mother and leaving to receive love, or learning to receive love. That could be for the masculine. Perhaps Gemini and or Taurus coming to hang out, or several are coming from a distance to see mother, or for a service, or to just hang out and or travel, or help somebody move. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Three of Cups reversed, with no reunion or joy, or social distancing and bad influences. Someone may be guarding their chariot, or won't let them drive it, or the wounded warrior, Queen of Wands, is very protective of their car, or warrior, or Cancer, and wishes they could stay for the gathering or party, whoever's visiting. The block here is the higher self reversed, perhaps needing to use their intuition, but the Page of Cups may be frustrated getting over a loss, a regret of the past with their soulmate, or missing their sibling. We have karmic completion here and teaching and learning, standing up to unwanted advances in a heated exchange with the Queen of Cups reversed, sunshine, or someone who's exposed. The King of Pentacles reversed is coming up as Scroogey, with Sovereign reversed, which can be a dependent who's spending too much, or yet making magic here too. It's like, needing to get a child to rein in on their spending, and yet it's hard to, because they're so responsible in what they do for themselves, okay? But still, they may be too young to handle that kind of finances. So saving to make magic with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community dysfunction or loss, connecting with the Page of Pentacles reversed, and the Page of Wands upright, and the King of Wands reversed, to make a big offer along with the Journeyman in order to free the Divine Feminine in 5D from gathering that they don't really want to be at. Or some who want to go out drinking afterwards and are afraid to socialize. The Queen of Cups reversed may be taking a break. The King of Swords reversed without peace, driving or traveling to a sad occasion at night, or to Cancer to take a load off. The challenge being the King of Wands reversed, who could be a Leo or have Leo in their chart, and a Pisces reversed, wounded warrior, Queen of Cups reversed. So they might just have Pisces in their chart. And then we have the King of Swords reversed, who could be a Cancer or dealing with Cancer, or negative at night at 7:37, which is the Chariot, and the King of Cups, unconditional love. They may be negative at night when they're done their daily routine, not finding peace, dumping a load, burden, or responsibility, or confessing deeply wounded and challenged by the King of Wands reversed. Moving, traveling, or ascending in need of strength, with no reunion, with secret passion, or Pisces reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, who may be sad and resting, or out in the cold after drinking. Lots of Cancer energy here, upright, but there's also Leo and Sag reversed, but there's also Sagittarius upright here, and Pisces reversed. The King of Swords is reversed, the King of Wands is reversed, and the wounded warrior, Queen of Cups reversed. And then the King of Pentacles is reversed after the read too. So we have three kings who are reversed, so perhaps not wise kings, three kings who are reversed, and the wounded Queen of Cups reversed. So they're all reversed, the major players in the read. So let's go ahead and pull a couple oracle cards and we'll be all set. And again, that's for today, September 15th, 2021. I didn't roll the dice either. Let's see what the dice come up for you. This is for the twin flames. Okay, we have the Gemini energy. This always reminds me of the library. There was a bar There's a couple libraries. I know there's one in Arizona and one in New Jersey. I don't know if they're still there anymore, but for some reason that's coming up. So we have the Gemini, the twins, the library, which is also the energy of, what was I going to say? It also looks like a Roman numeral 2, so the High Priestess could come up with that as well. We have the number 10 of that high vibration, destiny, a turn for the better, and we have Saturn here, which is restrictions, which is also Capricorn. So Capricorn, Libra to Scorpio, and then Gemini coming up, or the twins. But we also have October coming up, and we have the twins, and then Saturn with restrictions, because that's Capricorn. But also it's not just restriction, it's responsibility. And some people happily have those kind of responsibilities. So October may be taking on some new relationship responsibilities. So that may actually be a really positive thing. But also it's the 10 of high vibration and keeping that vibration high. And let's see what the animal spirits have to say about today. And what is the takeaway from our read here? We have the camel, which has been coming up a lot. Very independent, carries their own water, and they got their own ride. And they could be a little bluesy here, but they're very independent. They don't worry so much at all. We have the hawk here too, who's been clearing, right? They're trying to clear the energy while they go. So it's like not doing one thing or another, but flying, keep on flying and clearing as you go, you know, just like a walking transmuter. So all you have to do is keep moving and you automatically transmute energies. And then you could be setting intentions as well. And then here we have the phoenix. So you see the wings coming up again, which is rising from the ashes. So it's coming up as like the diving of the bird that then rises from the ashes. And perhaps dives again and rising until they're done transmuting all the negative energies or the lower chakra energies. This also could be this independent camel takes flight. So there's a lot of wing, you know, and I'm getting that, who could it be? It's just me, right? Who I'm flying on air. He's free, It's all about being free and flying on a wing in a prayer. And then here we have the songbird, the nightingale. All right, so we have the camel, you know, doing their own thing. And again, the camel's hump and back, and the humpback whale, and the camelback mountain, all those kind of energies were coming up. And then here we have them taking flight, because, right, they're very independent and free. Who could it be? It's just me. So perhaps someone not realizing how independent they were, or the talents that they had, that they could actually do this for themselves, is finally realizing that by perhaps transmuting, perhaps crashing and burning and then rising again. And then here we have the songbird transmuting with their voice or their words. That's all you have to do, is just speak and you clear. See? Clearing. And you see how the blues are matching too, right? We have the lower chakra energy here on the wings of angels, and then the blues here with the songbird and the camel, and they're matching, right? Because there's no other colors really except for the blues here. And then the lower chakra colors and the two middle cards transmuting as the gate holders stand guard. You know, it's like the masculine and the feminine represented here, right? The blue rays, while the phoenix rises, nixing the foe. Okay, so they're holding their gate holders and placeholders on the grid as all the energies are being cleared, because then we have the dragon coming up in the cosmic egg, which is the solar plexus and the crown. And the solar plexus has been coming up regarding intestines, you know, and nervousness in your stomach and solar plexus, and having confidence and energized. And again, the Mary Magdalene yellow is coming up a lot because that's the yellow color of the solar plexus. But again, feeling the purification of any nervousness you may be feeling in your stomach or upset stomach regarding not just the stomach but the intestines. And then we have the cosmic egg of the crown, again, reinforcing the awakening of the planet, that it is awakening. There's no going back now. It's all activated with the kundalini wrapped around it, just like there's different perspectives, right? Sometimes we'll see the world with the snake around the world, but here it's showing you the snake wrapped around the world from a different perspective, just like the toroidal field, which came up in something else I was just posting. And by the way, I've been posting some of my technical drawings with explanations in writing on Instagram. So if you want to check them out, it might help you actually, because there's some good visuals there. So again, we have the dragon's eye here, which is your higher self, you know, keeping an eye on you, while you stand guard as the gate holders of the collective awakening, you know. So we're getting the energy of the guards here with the wings. Okay, so it's like the masculine and feminine, both within the blue rays waking up as the grid holders and transmuting energies, as their higher self is keeping an eye on them as they, you know, hold things stable for the collective to awaken. So your higher self is there, and remember, we're talking about the higher self because some people may choose walk-ins around the 21st per Sam the Illusionist and his channeling. And then we have the zebra with the activated third eye, and the bottom of the deck. Oh, look, the lamb's coming up, and there's a connection here between their third eye and perhaps their soul star chakra. So not just the connection between the chakras within the body, but the chakras with the outside of the body and the auric field as well. And then we have the hummingbird, who's very high vibrational, right? Look how pure the energy as soon as they come by. It's like completely cleared, not just a little bit. And I'm getting the diamond light here too. So this is like half of the diamond, because that came up in some of my technical drawings that I was just posting. There's half of the diamond here of the activated third eye, because the other third eye is the other triangle of the feminine over here. And then the hummingbird, which is that really high vibe. It's like really keeping focus here. Like all these three are keeping focused all in different ways, but they're all very clearly focused, right? This is like the diamond light above their head, and the third eye very activated, very colorful there. And then here's a lot of color in the hummingbird. It's very different ways of clearing and activating. Everybody's got their different talents here. And then we have the bottom of the deck, and the elephant wants to be seen too with the dolphin for some reason. Right? And the dolphin's very much that 3 happy-go-lucky energy of lots of compassion. They're just naturally compassionate, loving animals. And the elephant as well, right? Where land meets sea, the elephant never forgets. And the dolphin says, whee! That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing the dolphin sliding off of the elephant's nose like a sliding board, letting it pass right through you. That could be a treasure trunk too, beneath the sea, right? The connection of the trunk to the dolphin. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what the journey of love has for us. And this elephant's very much connected to Indian Africa, because there's a third eye dot, and there's a flame in at the end of their trunk that they're holding on to. And very different. So it's like the elephant referencing Atlantis and the masculine, and the dolphins representing Lemuria and the feminine energies. And perhaps the masculines being the elephant or more conservative, and the feminines being more, you know, open-minded like the dolphin. All right, so here we have Journey of Love. We have distant shores with the moon energy of the 18, and again, lots of moons here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 moons, which is the end of the year, right? We have September, October, November, and December. And then we also have self-initiation, which is very similar energies here with the circular energies, but the different chakras, like this is the upper chakra system, this is the lower chakra system. So this is about more self-initiation, and this is going more subconsciously into the moon energies. But they're both referencing the feminine energy here. The feminine lower chakra of self-initiation and hanging out in wisdom, seeing new perspectives, and then the distant shores of the 18 and the moon of the upper chakra system of the emeralds and the purples and blues. So like, going back and forth between your fire energy and your going within energy, which is more reflective, like the cups energy or the swords energy, and then more initiation is more into the fire energies and the manifestation energies. But again, both sides of the feminine coin here. And then we have one more card that wanted to be seen, and look at that. They're like kind of like 3 different sections here. And this is like the middle range, right? Because it's bringing the 2 together, from the yellows to the blues to the greens, which is being in the middle. And this is loving all that is, right? Being centered, more moderate about things. The 22 of the Fool's Journey, with an open heart, taking that leap of faith. With the subconscious moon and the wise one, seeing new perspectives, and then staying in the middle, loving all that is, both sides of the situation. The bottom of the deck here is She Loves, again, this has been coming up a lot lately. The 61 of taking a risk, that's that 7 of Swords card. And the year I was born, and the towering magnificence of the 30 and the union energy. The towering magnificence. And again, of coming together. And it's very wintry. This can reference, a wintry union. But this is referencing the fall. So it's like I don't know, there could be commitments in the winter. I'm getting like fall energies of coming together, but then like something more formal in the winter. So very interesting there. And let's see what they say. So I'm going to read you the camel again to see what's coming up for the camel. And it opened right up to the dolphin, who's innately intelligent, healer, light, and blessings. When they're out of balance, they need like-minded spirits around. The camel is fire. Resourceful, independent, and knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease, even in the face of excess heat, which is judgment or anger. The camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and especially fond of trips to faraway lands. When they're in balance, they're calm, content, with a sparkle in their eye. When they're out of balance, they're dehydrated and lack vitality, and then they need a pilgrimage to get balance again. So perhaps go on a retreat or travel some way, or just take a walk. So that's the camel coming up. And then the nightingale, I want to read for you too, which is air. The nightingale's fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. The simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. So this is, I'm coming up more for the feminine, and the camel's more for the masculine. But when in balance, sing, speaks freely with kindness. But when they're out of balance, they may be shy and get a lump in their throat. And they need music to bring them back into balance. It can be both ways, but the nightingale's more of a feminine energy. And then we have the 18 of the distant shores, which says, your soul is yearning for more. The divine is all, and there are no limits to what can be experienced by the soul. The soul is so hungry for divine reunion that it will seek out whatever is needed to get there, even if that means journeying to strange or exotic shores for expanded experience. You may be feeling this soul impulse or an urge to travel, to try something new or let go of the limitations of your mind and how you see your current life, and to begin to see the new in what was once familiar. The art of the passionate soul is to be able to see that which is new and fresh, even in what is known, though sometimes we can use the help of a fresh vista to inspire the mind to open and the heart to be ready to receive more. It's time for you to reach for those distant shores that are calling to you now, beloved. Don't pack your bags with too much, though. You'll travel light and easy with less baggage, and you'll need plenty of space to receive that which is new. This oracle brings you a message. You will benefit greatly from travel right now. You may be traveling through the mind, reading journals of faraway lands or times, or watch a film that transports you. Moving your body to a different place is another way, bringing fresh energy by unplugging you for a short time from what you know, to plug you into a different circuit so that you may receive a different energy. So when the opportunity to travel arises for you soon, whether it be for a jaunt far away or a day in a different place, take it. Don't worry if it doesn't seem practical, and that was confirmation. The divine is so much more important, intelligent, and capable of genius than what mere logic would have us believe. And the poem reads, I waited for dawn, which Sam the Illusionist said my soul name is to dawn, the dawn. I waited for dawn, not wanting to go, but knowing I soon would have to leave. I waited for the first light, listening, joining with you on each breath and each exhale. I watched as morning came, and you gently stirred, knowing our love was not measured in time, not the minutes that quickly passed or the hours that as departure approached. How I wanted to linger, how I wanted to tell you that this moment would last forever, and whisper one more time, I love you. And then you held me and said it first, and goodbye no longer mattered. Remember your water and your sleep and your joy and your nature, and to be good to yourself, and breathe. And rise and be loved, guys. Bye.